Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner Albert Campman. The more things change, the more things stay the same. Poor Muskingum.
Yeah, these teams, when they see them on their schedule, they say, Mount Union again.
No.
Yeah, the scores were outrageous during the regular season with Mount Union. And Muskingum must have been really happy. Only down 7-0 in the first quarter.
No, you had to figure, hey, okay.
This is the best we've ever played. Final was 59-0. Another quarterback, Braxton Plunk. And when I see the quarterback, I always think about the kid who broke career records in Geneva.
7th string.
He was 7th string in Mount Union. So he said, I think I might have to get out of here. So you know what kind of good player he was. He broke all the records at Geneva. Yeah. That's the quarterbacks they have at Mount Union.
String. That's like, this D2, there's a guy at Shepherd, he got the Heisman, the D2 Heisman. You think he's any good?
I know he's good.
My buddy coached in their league for forever.
Against Mount Union.
Yeah. They were playing for second, and he knew it.
And John Carroll is really good, but they can never catch Mount Union. No. And they never will catch Mount Union. No. Talking about catching records, Cardinal Mooney beat Youngstown East 37-0. That score just itself is nice for this year, but that was the 500th win in the storied history of Cardinal Mooney. I remember when I was graduating high school, I followed Mooney a lot. In 1973, the legendary Don Bucci, and then was coaching the best back in Youngstown history. Yeah, you heard me say it. Ted Bell, there's nobody been close, and that was 50 years ago. And I remember when he got hurt, the whole country went, oh my gosh, the best back in the country. Got hurt, was going to Michigan State, never was the same. And then P.J. Fecco took over in a time we've been here, George, and he won 4 of them also.
Well, he 80, 82, 87, and Fecco 04, 06, 09, and 11.
Yeah.
You know, I was just doing the quick math. That's 10 victories a year. So, sure, you're going to have 13, 14, but sometimes you have 7 or 8.
Yes.
And they still.
Yeah, Mooney was dominant for us. I mean, dominant in that triple Y. They ran the triple Y. And when you dotted with Bell, you know the opponent was he's getting it right. Like when I played against Dorset. He's Dorset now, but he's Dorset. You knew he was getting the ball, but you couldn't catch him. Same thing with Ted Bell. He was such a great back. And today, there's no Ted Bells, but there is a team on the roll, and that's South Range. South Range, it's supposed to be a big game.
Oh, boy.
Big game. We talked about the big game, 5-0 against Girard versus South Range. 56-12. South Range said, wait a minute. Come back when you think you can play with us, Girard. 26 regular season wins now in a row. That's
quite impressive.
That's great for South Range.
That is.
And once again, George, you made a point on here. This isn't some school recruiting. No, when you win 26 in a row at a school the size of South Range.
With a boundary. They have a boundary.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not as don't get me wrong. I don't care what you do when you win.
Right.
But like you say, when you don't have a boundary, it's a little easier.
Yeah, and 400 total yards on offense. Skripnik, the quarterback, completed 5 passes. That's the modern day thought. 5 passes, but it's the yards, George.
Yeah, 38 yards of completion.
186 yards.
Yeah.
That means every pass went 30 yards after catch or down the field.
Absolutely.
That is crazy. They haven't lost since October of 2019. And Jackson Milton also that same night. Sebring. Alex Chevalier was on fire. 6 touchdown passes. We always want to put a local kid who has a great game in there. And we'll continue to follow South Range, continue to follow Girard, see how they bounce back. And any AD out there that has a kid that we would like to mention on our show, please send it to Greg at Armstrong Cable or email, and we'll get it on the air.
Yeah, that's when you start, they're halfway done at 6 games.
Yes.
It's hard to imagine it's over half over, the regular season, actually 2/3.
Going in October.
No,
leaves are changing. I just told my wife, look at the leaves the other day. Amazing.
Let's talk EdSafe football. We got plenty to talk about. Oh, by the way, the Georgia Tech coach today.
Yeah, I had just read a week ago. But that's how they changed their mind, that they will not get rid of him because he had taken over a Wishbone team. When you take over a Wishbone team and have to recruit all different players, they were going to give him his 5 years because they figured he didn't have the players. Yep. Nope. No.
Somebody got to the
not when you lose.
Some rich alum said, "Look, you know what? I'm not watching this.
You're right, George. That's what happened.
It's sad. It is. Don't get me wrong. I understand.
Collins had no chance.
Yeah.
For 3 years, I mean 3 years.
Yeah.
Because he had
Paul Johnson, they were all wishbone
every
players.
quarterback was a runner.
It was a runner. Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
and the backs were probably blockers and
Yep.
no receivers.
Right.
Now
No receivers.
Now
Zero
they
receivers.
come to Pitt Saturday. If I have a feeling that's going to be one that Pitt's just they're not going to rally on the road.
It's hard to rally.
They're not
hard
going
to rally.
those assistants. You know what they're doing?
They're looking for jobs.
They're doing a resume.
Oh, yeah.
They say, well, let's take tonight off.
They're looking for the job.
I'm trying to call my buddy down in the SEC. Can you get me on the staff?
Right.
Look, now, you used to warn me all the time, what do I always tell you? Don't let me pick Oklahoma. Happened a little earlier this year than usual, but Kansas State, now this is a Kansas State team that was beaten by Tulane. I didn't say Tennessee.
Yeah, it's the truth, George, and that's Martinez in a nutshell. That's what he said in the show.
Did you see him?
That's who he is in a nutshell. Like 1 week, they were going to bench him. They were saying we can't play him. He was so pathetic against Tulane that they met all week saying, can we play him? And then he comes out against Oklahoma
Did you see
and
him
puts a show on. No, I put a show on.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
I happened to
put a show on.
flip back and forth. There was a time in the game when Oklahoma, it was one of those where you say,
they're going to get him.
here it is. They're down 7. They're going to hold him, get the ball back. He went about 87 yards down the sideline.
Yeah, he did. He broke the same and went.
And he's a big man.
No, all those things point to him.
He's fast.
But the Tulane loss is. There's going to be 2 more, by the way, that he's going to play, and you'll say, is that the same guy?
Can't be.
That played against
Didn't
Oklahoma?
resemble the guy last year that did it last Saturday night.
No.
I have them over whatever their win total was. I sure wasn't counting Oklahoma, but I wasn't counting Tulane the other way,
Right.
so I figure I'm
Yes.
even again. Now, Bama won these. 55-3, it's not, there's nothing. Let me ask you, can they, I know they'll be favored. Do you think they'll stub their toe, or do you think they'll win them all?
No stub and toe.
No toast. They're not going to lose to A&M.
They're losing anybody.
How about Mississippi State?
They're losing anybody.
Mississippi.
Nobody.
Doesn't matter.
It's Alabama. It's Alabama and Georgia. Gee, they're so much better than everybody else. It's amazing. And even when they play badly, they beat Texas. Texas was pumped beyond belief.
No, that was probably the day, huh?
Yeah, to get them.
That was the day to get
To
them.
get them.
I have a buddy. I think it was 11 and a half. I said, they're not going to lose.
They're not losing.
And let's talk about Georgia for a minute.
They're not losing either.
Now, let's say this, though. We didn't think Kent State would score a couple.
Give them Ken credit.
Yeah.
Local team.
Yeah, they went down there. They went down there, and basically, it was not embarrassing.
Did great. No, it was awesome, yes.
Now, here's the team with the firepower. We have a guy that calls our radio show every week, Buckeye Ball, and he tells us about this talent. And a lot of times, we know, but we haven't seen. I've seen now. I've never seen receivers like that on one college campus.
They always have them. They've had them for the last 7 years.
My
Look at the pros are swamped with Ohio State receivers. They're all over the place, and that's not going to stop. The most important thing is their defense is playing better.
That's what they didn't have before. Hey, and we're going to talk about one time I mentioned Minnesota. Michigan had a little trouble with Maryland. They didn't beat them up like.
Oh no, Maryland was 34, 27 point game.
17. Now when it went to 15, I thought they might cover.
Yeah, down to 7.
Maryland took it right down.
Yeah. Oh no, that's.
Are they the middle? Are they as good as the middle? I got Minnesota up here now. I moved Minnesota up after that whooping of Michigan State.
Yeah.
Is Maryland up a little bit?
And I moved Michigan State down.
Oh no, I don't.
See, I'm saying that's a joke. They hired this guy for how many millions?
Just 100. Boy, no one has gotten more money for. See, last year Pitt played him with a third-string quarterback in the bowl game. He'd have got spanked in that.
Right.
Now let's look. Penn State's still undefeated.
They're good.
Yeah, they're a good team.
They're a good team.
I know one thing. They better use that whiteout for Minnesota, because if not, it's not going to matter when Ohio State comes in, because they're going to have to do a stripe out or something, because Minnesota can beat them. I know. I thought they could, but now I'm sure.
Right.
Now remember, I say will.
Yeah, I got you. They could.
Okay, Pitt won easily. Now,
Did they play Rhode Island? Is that what they play? Y'all can win.
And then we're talking on our other show, and I said, Abadagond or whatever, I said, I didn't know he'd have 4 touchdowns. They ran right through him like they weren't there.
Rhode Island.
And they're rested their quarterback.
They didn't play Tennessee like you said, though. They played Tennessee.
And West Virginia.
Yeah, they played two
West
teams.
Virginia went into.
West Virginia should have beat Pitt.
Yeah. And they went into Virginia Tech the other night angry.
Should have beat Pitt. You drop that ball, one play turns the whole game around.
Can't drop the ball.
Turns into interception for a touchdown.
No. Now, Southern Cal at Oregon State. That
was a really good win.
That was not easy.
Really good win because how they won it. Now, Riley couldn't have won that at Oklahoma. Because they had 35 points.
Yeah, no,
that tells you Southern Cal's defense.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, that's a good win for Southern
You're
Cal.
absolutely right. And here was one. I got a mixed read on this one, and I watched it. Clemson at Wake. I know how good Wake is offensively. I knew how good Clemson was defensively, but it looked like it kind of merged. You know, the guy we get after, Ugalele or whatever,
game, huh?
he had a nice.
Well, if he plays good, they can beat anybody.
Now, let me tell you what kind of receivers he has. You know what kind he has. He can throw a jump ball. He threw a couple jump balls.
And they went up and got it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a good win for Clemson because Wake Forest is good.
No.
The line tells you. It wasn't like it was 21-point line.
Hey, ACC has 4 teams in the top 25.
They should.
That's pretty good, huh?
They should.
Here was the one that surprised me. Not with the outcome, the ease. Because I'm looking at Carolina. You know, they had a bye, had given up a ton to Appalachian. But I'm thinking, Notre Dame, they just can't score. They scored on them.
Yeah, that's
that's
the struggle of all struggles. With North Carolina plays the same way every week. You know, think somewhere along the line something may change. It doesn't. They score, and they give up points.
Let me ask you. This is me from being an old basketball coach. Like, if you said my team couldn't shoot, I wouldn't even take a step back. But if you told someone they're so soft, it would haunt me. And his teams are soft.
Yeah, they have. They are North Carolina, no question. That's what? No other way. I don't know what he's putting those guys on the side of the ball. I don't know how they play. I just know they give up.
You know, they're 100 mile an hour. Phil Longo runs it. You know, he's the old OC.
Yeah, if they don't get first downs, then the other team gets the ball back immediately.
That's what happens. That makes sense. Now, that's different.
Yeah.
They're the softest team I've seen. Now, I thought going in that Minnesota's schedule, West Carolina, that's going to haunt them at Michigan State. I'll tell you what, it didn't.
No, they do what they do best. They just run the football over and over and over and play action pass when they.
Is that Ibrahim guy?
Yeah, he's back there. He's still.
How long is he? No, wait a minute.
He's been there 10 years. Yeah.
God bless. He should have some kind of pension program.
I told you, I see that one the other way.
You saw
I
it
think
coming?
Michigan State stinks.
Oh, I don't.
No, I do. I think they.
Well, I don't think
they're any good.
Remember I told you.
Western Michigan, they struggled.
No, they struggled.
Western Michigan got killed by San Jose.
They put 2 touchdowns on late in that Michigan. That was a Friday night game. That score, you know, they always
very
say
misleading. It was, but it really was. I think it's a combination of Minnesota's much better.
Okay.
And Michigan State's really bad.
No.
That's what I think.
$100 million. I want a refund.
Think about that.
You know what I mean?
Tucker, right? Mel Tucker's his name.
Mel Tucker's his name. Now, there was a good ball game. Rarely does the 3:30 game. That's the highlight game. Next year, by the way, that's ESPN. They have no SEC next year. No, they have SEC, no Big Ten. I'm sorry. Florida, Tennessee, up and down the field, a couple turnovers. Both quarterbacks can run and pass. That was a prototypical 2022 bowl game.
Yeah, that's the way they play. And Tennessee really wants to play that way.
Yeah.
And I watched the Tennessee had control of the game. Florida come back late and got.
How about when that onside kick bounced up?
Got lucky back in the game.
They're lucky you can't return that.
Yeah, they scored late. Really, it was a Tennessee 18-point lead.
It was 38-21.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It ended up 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So really, it ended up being closer than the game should have been.
Yeah. You got to. You know what else too? This is going to sound. You'll get it because you don't watch the whole game, but you see. But why is it some teams can put an onside kick out there that really looks like it's recoverable, and some of these bumps it has no. Don't get me wrong.
It's hard though. It's really hard. Like that, you better have somebody that's really
yesterday the guy
talented.
The guy sat it widthwise on the.
Most
tee
of them are doing
yesterday.
that now. Most of them are doing.
See, I like the hop.
Most of them are doing it that way now.
Navy, they kick the top.
Special teams.
I mean,
Navy.
You know what I mean?
They had a good win. They had a real good win.
That's a big win.
They were playing so lousy.
No, I don't mess with them. I don't give them. Same with I don't know what happened at Air Force 2 weeks ago, but I had a feeling they'd bounce back Friday night in poor Wyoming.
Took that hit. Yes.
Yeah, they found out.
No, but it wasn't Wyoming. Wyoming beat them.
Nevada.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Nevada. Arkansas A&M.
Good game.
That was a very
good
good
teams.
game. How about that field goal?
A&M was lucky.
Al's TV's ahead of mine.
No, A&M's lucky.
Hey, his TV's ahead of mine. So Arkansas is lined up for the winning field goal.
No, before that was worse. They're going in for a touchdown, and you don't know it's coming. I said, wait till you see. Wait till you see what happens here.
No, I know. I only have one rule: you cannot stick the ball out unless it's fourth down.
Right.
That's automatic. Belichick, I get.
Better put a new rule in because don't jump from the 4-yard line.
Yeah. Where was he jumping? Where was he going?
He jumped from the 4-yard line like he was going to get in
God
there.
bless America.
Yeah, there's no doubt Arkansas should have won that
Now
game.
let me just see. Too many officials conferences. They have to figure out a way to just
Get rid of them.
Find this a little
If you have the
quicker.
conference, I'm firing.
And here's the other one.
I'll fire. That's what I say. Listen, I'm the conference director.
Yeah.
If you have more than one conference tomorrow,
make
I'm
it
firing
fun.
you.
Here's the worst one, though. They've turned this game, and don't get me wrong, the last thing I want to see is a kid carted off. I do not. But, Albert, they've turned this targeting, and if you hit them hard, they review it.
Yeah, I don't like it. I told you, we said this on the show, they should have
Cumulative.
Yes, cumulative effect, no question, or flagrant 1 or flagrant 2, however you want to call it.
No.
You know,
That's a good idea.
You know, in the pros, that's what NBA does that. So you can tell if somebody's trying to maim somebody, or they just happen to bend down. The guy bends, you bend at the same time. Your helmet hits his helmet.
A lot of times the offensive guy lowers
He does.
his head.
You can't call that one. Don't call that.
This reminds me of something. I'm going to say this. I had let it go last week. Pittsburgh's playing New England. Crucial part of it, right before the half, it's tied. The guy for New England jumps over the Pittsburgh defender and catches the ball
behind them.
If the defense does it, it's interference.
Sure thing. It's bothered me my whole life.
Okay, so
now I was defensive back.
Okay,
and I'm saying, how come they can push me out of the way?
Yeah, just reach right over your body.
Yeah, and they'll get called, but they'll get called for it.
Like the catch at the Youngstown in the championship game.
That was a big play.
Let's talk NFL. I saw this one coming. I wasn't sure. Now, it took a lot of the stars to align. Missed field goals, guys not hydrated, hurt, injured. Bottom line was Miami wins a big game.
It's the NFL. That's what happens.
Miami's
lucky to win the week before.
Yeah.
And this one, they win. So
the Heat had something to do with it.
Yeah.
You know, they tell those guys to hydrate. I wonder if they listen. I saw a lot of cramps. But it was hot.
I heard somebody calling a show, and I was coming over, he said, the rule should be in the NFL in Miami that you can't start at 1 o'clock. He said, and the guy said, no, that's the home field advantage they have.
Because when they go to Buffalo, it's 30 below.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's the home field advantage they have. Yes.
Tua was knocked down. Boy, that was a dirty hit on him, too.
I just can't understand how he came back in.
Okay, now here's what. Let me tell you what they're saying. You know what they're saying?
I hate to hear what they're saying.
Back injury, no concussion. He got up, went back, went sideways, came back again.
He couldn't walk.
No.
He was so head wobbly.
Well, they're saying there's no protocol.
I know.
It's his back.
I know.
You know what the Players Association...
I know what it was. I saw it.
Yeah.
I've seen
it. He was out.
He was out. He was out. You look at a box. You follow boxing.
Absolutely.
You know those boxers
when they fall forward. Yeah.
They don't know where they're at.
They stop it.
They stop that fight.
Hey, I'm going to tell you what else, too. Ironically, you know, the Players Association...
They know.
They're demanding.
They know.
Yeah, they're demanding.
They know he was heck
to see what happens. It's going to be interesting to see what comes out of it. Tampa, like yesterday, you know, once again, you know my thing about being selfish. The week before, Mr. Jackass has to push somebody and get thrown out of the game. Evans. They had no receivers.
Yeah, I know.
Now, don't get me wrong. The guys that are hurt, that can't be helped.
Right.
That was selfish.
He should play. More selfish was me. Watching this 2-point conversion.
No, that was embarrassing. No,
it can't happen. I know some things can happen.
Yeah.
But not when you have 9 months to prepare a 2-point conversion, and you don't know what you're doing.
Well, then when you're down 8 with whatever minutes, you say we're going to need a 2-point.
Get it. Number 7. The one we worked on all number 7.
Yeah.
They were not ready.
And let me ask you: got a 20-year quarterback. He can't get him in something.
What? He had him in it. But they didn't have the personnel in the field. They can run it, you know.
Because they knew they were going to run the ball.
Yeah, there was going to be a running play. I told you.
I
said he runs the play. Brady
he
runs the football on 2-point conversion.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
He probably would have went into. I saw the replays. He was going
the big streak that I like, or I have Miami, and you know I have Miami and Philly. I'm hoping they win. But that kept that streak alive. Philly is just playing well.
Both sides of the ball.
Yeah, that's say that again.
Yeah, they're playing good
normally
offense and defense.
Yeah, one of these teams.
I haven't seen their schedule. Who they played? They played good
They
teams.
Detroit on the road.
I like Detroit.
Yeah, you do. You were right on them. I don't care.
Detroit.
Hey, by the way,
I like Detroit.
the kneecap biter.
I love him.
Yeah, but you know what he did yesterday?
What did he do?
Shoot 2 field goals. Fourth and 3,
That's the
fourth
new
and
thing.
4.
I don't agree with that. I don't care. There's 15 coaches that starting to do that in the NFL.
And if he's up 9,
I hate it.
if he's up 9, Minnesota can't catch him. No,
I don't understand that. Why is that the new thing, George?
I hate it. You know. Denver.
4th and 3. There's a good chance you might not make it.
Good chance in the pros.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, how about this? I used to wonder, that Jimmy G, man, he's 39 and 18, and I'm thinking, what did it? I saw last night why they weren't.
Yeah, I've been trying to say that for a long time, and I have said it for a long time. That don't go by record. Like he talks about, who's the guy for Pittsburgh, George? Rudolph. Oh, every time they play, they run the ball and they play defense and try to win 21-20.
18.
Yesterday, San Francisco tried to win because they didn't trust them. They said, we're going to try to win 7-5. Sooner or later, the other team's going to get lucky.
Yeah, you got to make one play. Russell Wilson, that one where he
that's all it takes, one play, yes.
Yeah, if you're up 21-3, you can do that
they
all
don't
day.
trust Jimmy G enough to try to win the game that way. Oh, my God.
Was he embarrassing?
Just can't play.
No, he can't.
Goes off his back feet. No, he can't. No, let's say that wrong. If San Francisco's running the football well, and a lot of times they do, then he's okay because he can play action pass. Yeah. Because he has a good enough arm. Yeah. But when he has to throw.
No. And how about his judgment, taking a sack? He's already, the rush is coming. They basically let you throw it away with no penalty. If you're outside the tackle where the ball hits the line of scrimmage, they don't call that. Hey, let me say
Did he run out of bounds? Did he run out of the end zone?
Yeah, he didn't. True.
You
know what that's called? That's an Orlovsky.
Because he was known for that. He was the only guy that ever did that.
Ever did. Till the other. And then I'm going to tell you what, I watched him the other day. I'm writing him tonight. I was a little busy last night. You don't have to talk the whole time. You're allowed.
Is he a talker, Pete?
They should do this. They should do that. First of all, no one wants to hear what you should win. Same with Romo. He was making those wild guesses again. Now, this is a guy who couldn't catch a snap. If he catches a snap, they win a playoff.
I very seldom. You have the voice down all the time.
I have the voice down.
I listen.
But see, I catch him on red zone.
I turn it off.
Yep.
I turn the voice down only with one announcer.
Roma.
It's Roma. I don't want to hear, well, they're going to slot. There's a they're going to throw a ball, and I'm watching. I said, Dallas throws that ball there all the time. He's trying to tell us, we know it's coming there.
Like the other day, he goes, I saw the one guy, the coach, who went, field goal. And then the guy goes, I think they're going to try a field goal.
Like we didn't see it.
Hey, here's my guy. Tell me if you agree or disagree. If you're watching a game where you have the other side or whatever, for whatever reason, who scares you the most? Baltimore quarterback. Nobody close. I don't want to see that guy ever if I'm on the other side.
Regular season. He's unbelievable regular season play. There's nobody in the regular season that plays better than him in the regular season. But in the playoffs, they say, okay, you're gonna have to throw the ball to play to beat us. No, they don't let him run in the playoffs.
Exactly.
They surround him.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's harder to get done because he is really good.
Now Cincinnati,
he is really good.
Cincinnati came forward finally. Although it was the Jets, but they're back at it Thursday night with the Dolphins. Dolphins have to. There's one for you. Dolphins have to be mentally and physically.
And we're going to find out a little bit about it. Right?
And a day to travel.
It looks like a Bengals win. It looks like
there's no practice.
Sure looks like a Bengals win. It does.
Boy, it does to me. Pittsburgh plays the Jets on Sunday. If they go,
they could lose to the Jets. They could lose to the Jets.
See, I read this stuff and they act like they're the old Pittsburgh.
They're not.
You go, well, they'll beat the Jets, and then
they're not that way.
Okay.
Anybody that follows them knows they're going to win close if they win. That's just they can't play any other way.
Because they can't score. There's I think it's 28 or 27. They've only scored that once in 3 years or something. It's just
they're not going to either.
No, not the way they play. Now I got to know what's up with Kyler Murray. I know his talent. I know his speed, but it appears. Now remember, we know Buddy, but we don't have any insight. Right. He doesn't want to run the ball.
Well, he has to run if he's going to be dangerous,
That's my point.
The biggest thing for them, though, is there's a selfish guy. The most selfish guy in the league is Hopkins.
Oh, yeah.
You understand? When he has him, then it's perfect because he doesn't have to run it at all. He throws the ball up in the air, he grabs it. No. They have no receivers. They got rid of Kirk to Jacksonville. They got
And he's
Hopkins,
why?
and A.J. Green's over the hill.
No, he's done.
He's
A.J.
so over
Green
the
is
hill.
done.
See, they should cut him tomorrow. I don't understand what they see. Maybe that's how bad the receivers are in the pros. But he should be gone because he can't play anymore. And if Murray doesn't run and they have no receivers, what are they going to do?
And you said it, and I thought the same thing. I don't know what his reluctance is,
right?
But I watched that Ram game.
Well, remember he got hurt really bad last year.
Okay.
I think that's what happened. Those guys get hurt. Jackson's going to get hurt again, by the way, because he's running the ball too much.
Yeah. How about Las Vegas? Here's the worst part. People are talking today. They're done. They have no chance. They can't win. They're 0-3. Let me tell you something. Opening week, they have the ball to tie San Diego.
Right.
Week 2, they're up 21 against Arizona, and Sunday they needed a 2-point conversion.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's NFL. That's the NFL.
And if they lose this week 0-4, they're probably out of it.
At 3:55 on a Sunday.
No.
There'll be 7 games. You don't know who's going to win.
No.
Now they have not won. Carr has not played good at all. That's Georgia's guy. He's played really bad, very poorly. So you have to have quarterback play. But the one I want to go to is including us. Before the year said, no, this division, they're so good. I don't have. This is the best division I've seen in years. One of them's 0-3.
Yeah.
Other one's 1-2.
Yeah, one lost to Kansas City.
The other one's 1-2.
And lost to the Colts.
No. That league. So that's why they say before the year, look at their schedule.
You
can't go by that.
We've said that for years.
Jeez.
We've said that.
The West looked like it was going to be great. It's not good at all.
No. How about Jacksonville?
We thought they'd be good.
Put
our NFL show on. I said Jacksonville and Detroit would both be good. And everybody just looked at me and laughed.
Yeah.
And Detroit should be 2-1 also. So they both be 2-1.
And Jacksonville.
It's not the NFL every year. It's not the same. Cincinnati last year.
Yeah.
Why can't Jacksonville do it this year?
No,
There's no different why they can't.
Absolutely can. Being rid of Urban Meyer and actually having a coach that wants to be there.
So interesting that Urban Meyer reputation went down the tubes that's proof that he's a great recruiter.
Yeah. And you know what else, too? There's a character issue there that wasn't exposed.
Right.
And people are funny about character.
It came out now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No, it did. The game I saw coming was Kansas City not putting the Colts away.
They should have won that game easy.
Yeah.
And I had the Colts and I was happy.
Yeah.
But Kansas City.
That's how it happened.
No. How do you know the field goal kicker is going to get hurt? And they bring a new guy in that misses point blank field goals.
Can't miss
they want to fight him. You understand after the game? They want to fight that
absolutely. Guy. Did you see the guy they let kick the first week when they didn't have one?
Yes.
He was kicking him through the air. They should have kept him.
And he missed an extra point.
Well, that's what
happened.
happened.
So you can't,
Nah.
can't kick.
How about MLB? Judge, come on, Aaron. Come on now. We're getting close enough.
He's hitting one tonight.
Okay, well, we're good.
I'm predicting he's hitting one tonight.
We want to hit one. 6'8", 260 and plays center field. That's impressive.
Pretty good athlete, yes.
Would you say so? Hey, I sent Al a picture today of Lou Gehrig making a muscle.
I sent it out.
Did you see him?
I say you just add fuel to my fire.
Yeah.
Just think if he lifted weights.
He was lifting cows or something. What was he lifting?
This thing, his muscle was bulging so big, but he never had one idea about
nutrition.
What's a barbell?
Yeah. No, how about
That's what I'm saying.
Gatorade even? Hey, the most impressive, we have to give hats off to Tito. Cleveland Indians, they were celebrating yesterday. They had the champagne out. God bless them. They did the job.
Yeah, youngest team in the league.
Can they make some noise with that pitching?
Okay,
that's what I'm asking. That's what I wanted to know.
They could. Yes, they could.
No more one-game playoff. We're glad to see them.
I was happy about that, yeah.
Are you still keeping an eye on the Braves?
Oh, everybody is.
Yeah.
All my Phillies get in. That's why I still have the Phillies and Yankees, so I won't give up on it.
Yeah, I have Phillies. I need them to get 86 wins. They're almost there. Pirates going to lose 100 again, but they brought them all back.
There's not a thought that they're going to bring them back.
Let me ask you, though. If you really wanted, I don't think he's trying to win, but that's just me. If you wanted to fool people into thinking you were trying to win, wouldn't you have to fire him? 100 losses 2 years in a row?
No, because I got 2 Pirate fans that think Charrington and Shelby, they are really doing it the right way. And
I want to talk to them, too.
I look at them and think, guys, what are you watching? What you read? Can't you see what they're doing?
See, I think the message is they don't, if they would win, they'd have to spend. Hey, another fast half hour. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next week on Bottom Line Sports Talk.